What's up mga Kap? It's me, Kap Joey Pumakap of Kap Unity, Canada. Ayan, Pumakap, December 21, 4 days to go bago ang ating Christmas. Ayan, Pumakap. I just want to shout out to all our Kaps, Pumakap, na nanonood right now. Big shout out to you. Kumusta ang paghahanda ngayong Pasko? I want you to comment below po mga Kap. So if you are watching right now, I want you to share this live streaming. I know po mga Kap, it's 3 in the morning in the Philippines. This is just a random live streaming po mga Kap. But anyway, I just want to shout out everyone. Ayan, kumusta po kayo? A big shout out po sa mga Kap sa ating nanonood. So if you're watching right now, I want you to comment below at mabigyan kayo ng shoutout. Anyway, mga Kap, the reason we have this live streaming, we just want to announce, mga Kap, that our holiday hours is we're off on December 25, December 26, and January 1, mga Kap. And syempre, mga Kap, we're open from December 27 to 29, mga Kap. Kap Unity Canada's office is open. And of course, sabi ni Derek Pantalak, happy holiday, Kap. Ayan. So if you're watching right now, and to those na mga Kaps natin, OFW, and of course, mga Kaps natin nasa Canada, I want you to comment below, kumusta ang inyong Pasko? So I know po mga Kaps, some of you namimiss ang iyong mga pamilya, and at the same time, mga Kaps din tayo nasa Canada, that still waiting for their PR application or waiting for the opportunity to bring their family. But the question right now is, kahit nasaan ka ngayon, I want you mga Kap to comment below kumusta ang iyong Pasko. This is a question mga Kap na bihirang itinatanong sa inyo. Palagi sasabihin pag nasa lubong ka, uy, Merry Christmas. Uy, Merry Christmas. Ayan. Pero ang tanong ko ngayon sa iyo, kumusta ang iyong Pasko? I want you to comment below mga Kap, kumusta ang inyong Pasko? And I want you to share this mga Kap, because it's very important to ask our family and friends, especially mga Kaps natin from OFW na malayo sa kanilang pamilya, kumusta ang kanilang Pasko? Kumusta ang iyong Pasko right now? I mean, comment it below, Kap, okay naman ang aking Pasko, malayo, pero, ayun, comment it below mga Kap. While waiting for mga comments natin, I just want also to invite everyone that we still have our ongoing webinar mga Kap about student visa. So if you want to learn more about student visa mga Kap, I'm going to share the link in the comment section, or simply message us mga Kap. Can I attend the webinar for student visa to learn more? And I'm going to send the sign up form mga Kap para makapag-join po kayo. But if you want to learn more about student visa mga Kap, you can also comment it below, because that webinar mga Kap will give you the step-by-step process, what are the requirements, and also an opportunity mga Kap to talk to our onboarding specialist. So I think this is very important mga Kap, that kailangan kasi natin mga Kap, when you are dreaming to immigrate here in Canada, kailangan po ninyo mga naiintindihan yung program. So comment it below. I just want to check po mga Kap kung kumusta ang aking audio. Hindi ko pa nag-check, but yeah. Yan, naririnig ko ba? Or hindi ko sure kung naririnig niyo. But But anyway, pumakap, just want to shout out everyone, pumakap. Testing lang to. But anyway, pumakap, if you're watching right now, I want you to comment below kung kumusta ang inyong Pasko. Most especially sa mga caps natin na malalayo sa kanilang pamilya. I just want to check, pumakap, kung kumusta ang inyong Pasko. Kumusta ang preparation, and at the same time, I know sa mga caps natin, mahirap, at the same time, nakaka-homesick, di ba? May mga caps tayo nakakarating lang dito last November dito sa Canada. I know it will be challenging in the sense na hindi pa nila kasama ang kanilang pamilya. Pero I want you to comment below. Sabi nga, napaka-importante na at least ma-share nyo yung nararamdaman nyo emotionally, makagaan-gaan ng konti, di ba? Kumusta ang iyong Pasko? So I want you to comment it below, pumakap. One thing na I really want to ask also, pumakap, is kung kayo ay nag-prepare for yung Canadian leave, today is the day. Sabi ko nga, if you have the opportunity na makapag-apply ngayon, do it today. Because pumakap, ang opportunity, hindi mo alam. Canada is always changing the program. So if you think, pumakap, that today is the day and you think that you are eligible and there's a possibility, there's opportunity, do it today. Sabi ni Derek, hindi po ganun kabonggang Pasko namin ngayong pero buti sama-sama na kaming ng family ko dito sa Nova Scotia at naniniwalang magiging maganda ang next year. Yes, pumakap. Thank you, Derek. Francis, sabi nga, hindi ganun po kaganda, hindi ganun kabongga, pero ang importante, sama-sama dito sa Canada. And I think this is something that I really want to highlight, pumakap. A lot of our caps na palagi pong nangangarap na pumunta dito sa Canada is they really want to be in Canada because opportunity makasama sa ang kanilang pamilya. Yung opportunity na magsama-sama sila, and this is something na napakaganda po mga with Canada dahil you have the opportunity to bring your family dito sa Canada. Probably you're asking, Kap, anong pathway or anong program na pwedeng tahakin to bring my family? A lot of our Caps right now, most especially nung sumabog talaga, yung naging matunog, no? Naging matunog ang tourist to work permit. Comment it below, pumakap, kung okay yung audio. I put background, pumakap, para magkaroon ng vibe ang ating live streaming. Kasi Christmas ngayon eh, di ba masaya dapat? So I'm testing this new device that I have, pumakap. So it's like a podcast setup. Di ba? So yan. Automatic siya. Oh, di ba? So, comment it below as well. I want to hear your feedback kung kumusta yung audio. Malinaw ba yung aking boses? Malinaw ba yung message? So, comment it below, pumakap. So, we're simultaneously streaming, pumakap, sa ating When in Halifax and also to our Facebook group, Pinoy Canada and Unity Canada Facebook page. A big shout out to everyone. Pwede po ba mag-cross country dyan sa Canada, sabi ni Larry? Definitely, pumakap. But I just want to go back to the topic, pumakap, that opportunity to bring your family in Canada and what are the programs that is available. Kap, ano po ba yung program na pwede kong makasama ang aking pamilya? And marami tayong mga Kap na that they are interested with the tourist visa to work permit. They're interested with the work permit, Kap, kasi konti lang po yung requirements sa work permit po. You just need to find employer, and then walang language test, walang proof of funds required. And I think iyan po yung gusto ko. And wala naman masama po doon po, Makap, no? Walang masama po doon. If you're going to choose doon sa work permit po, Makap, you just need to find an employer. But I have a question for you. What if wala kang mahanap na employer for the work permit? Yan ang gusto mo, pero hindi ka din makahanap. ng opportunity. So, what will be your next step? For me po mga kap, immigrating dito sa Canada is napaka-importante that you have plan A, plan B, literal po, no? Because probably you are thinking now, Kap, okay, I want a work permit because there's less requirement. There is no IELTS, no proof of funds. Sometimes you don't need an education credential. So, these are the situation po mga kap na, uy, gusto ko yan, di ba? Walang language test. Walang proof of funds yan ang gusto ko. No? Given that situation po mga kap, the question is, what if wala kang mahanap na employer? Because gusto mo siya, pero kung wala kang employer, wala din application. So the bottom line po mga kap is, what is your plan B if hindi siya mag-work out? What if wala ka talagang mahanap na work permit? So what will be your next step? And at the same time po mga kap, naisip mo ba if you're going to work permit, possible na hindi mo kasamang iyong pamilya? Diba? So, this is something that you need to consider. Baka iniisip mo na work permit yan, basta makapunta ng Canada, madadala ko or makakasama ko agad ang aking pamilya. You need to consider pumakap some work permit depending on the positions. Pwedeng hindi mo makasama agad-agad ang iyong pamilya through the work permit. So, kailangan mo timbangin. If, kung tatanungin mo kami, kung tatanungin mo si Cap Joey, I would rather choose pumakap yung permanent resident applications dahil wala ka nang iisipin dahil here ka na, 'di ba? That's the end, parang yan ang finish line ng mga immigration journey natin. So, kung may option ka to apply for permanent resident application, then choose that one pumakap. That's the very important. Kung titinmangin mo ang dalawa, if you have two option in front of you, work permit and PR, I would rather have the work permit. The PR pumakap dahil sa PR is you are a permanent resident. And at least wala ka nang iniisip na worries na, Kap, paano pag hindi ako na-renew? Ano mangyayari sa akin? Paano po Kap kung gusto ko magtatlo, 5 trabaho kasi kulang po financially? So, if you are work permit, you're limited to one employer. But if you're PR, you can have multiple jobs hanggang mabali ang likod mo, di ba? Literally. And at the same time, you can bring your family and your family pumakap or your spouse can work at the same time because they're PR as well. So these are something that you need to consider. So I don't know pumakap if my audio is clear. I want you to comment it below. Give me feedback with the audio and the background. Let me know pumakap on the comment section. I'm just trying the new device that I have. So kung malinaw yung audio, ma-okay yung background, nakakaano ba yung vibe? All right. So if you're watching this, share this live streaming. But anyway, pumakap, if you have two options in front of you, work permit and PR, I would say pumakap, choose the PR pathway. Dahil when your PR applications or PR application yung iyong tinatahak o yung pathway mo or program niyo po, you're permanent resident. And sabi ko nga, sa lahat ng mga immigration journeys, student, temporary resident, nandiyan yung work permit, no? Ang end goal na gusto mong mangyari is maging permanent resident ka. So, the good thing with Canada pumakap, there is a pathway or program na diretsong PR na. 'Di ba? Hindi ka dadaan ng work permit. And I always say this to everyone na nakakausap ko. Um, work permit, let's say, madali ang requirements, pero mahirap makahanap ng employer. And that's the reality. Second po PR application, ganun din. May mga program na kailangan mo rin ng job offer kailangan ng language test, kailangan ng education credential, kailangan ng proof of funds. So medyo mabigat ang requirements ng PR kasi may job offer na, may proof of funds pa, sinamahan pa ng language test, sinamahan pa ng proof of funds or ng education credential assessment. So it's challenging for everyone. However, kung titingnan mo at the end of the day, you are permanent resident. Diba? So this is something that you really need to consider when you are, if you're presented with two options, work permit versus PR. Okay naman daw yung audio, sabi ni Buddy. Thank you very much, Buddy. And Merry Christmas, no? Merry Christmas. Sa mga caps natin nasa Nova Scotia, nasa Canada na, a big shout out sa inyo. Alam niyo kung sino po kayo. We just want, on behalf of Miss Mel and Community Team, Merry Christmas po sa inyo. And of course po mga kap, we want to do this videos, this live streaming po mga kap, is to answer most of the comments that we get. Unfortunately, hindi namin kayang mabigay lahat or masagutan lahat, no? However, mga kap, through these videos, I hope masagot po namin. So again, going back, if you are presented with two options, work permit and PR, ano ang pipiliin mo? So comment it below as well because may mga caps tayo na nakarating na dito sa Canada. They went to students. Some of them are work permit. Some of them landed PR. Some of them are PR waiting for work permit. Anong pipiliin mo? If you're given the option again to choose, no? Pag pipiliin ka, work permit or permanent resident application? I really want you to comment below because your opinion, your perspective, your understanding, your experience as well can help some of our caps pumakap to understand na timbangin ang lahat. Because majority ngayon ay naghahanap ng work permit LMIA. And I'll be honest with you pumakap, because of the tourist visa work permit, maraming mga employers na talagang namamax out nila yung number ng work permit. And always remember, that LMIA ay meron pong limit ang each employer. Hindi po unlimited positions yan. So usually it's around 10 to 20% of their full-time or staff. So kung imagine mo kung yung store is maliit lang, let's say 10 members, so 10% niyan, so ilan? Isa. 'Di ba? So kung they are 200 staffing kasi sobrang laki ng company, then good thing, meron 20 sila, 'di ba? Pero remember, hindi naman po lahat ng mga employers ay gano'n kalaki, 'di ba? So always remember that po mga kap. So another consideration is gaano kahirap maghanap ng LMIA work permit is maraming po mga nandito sa loob ng Canada na under tourist visa that talagang they're taking their chance po mga kap na makahanap ng LMIA work employers dito sa loob ng Canada. So lumilipad sila from their home country, not just in Philippines, mga iba't ibang nationalities po mga kap, from different countries. Talagang pumupunta sila dito just to find employers, no? So, imagine that the competitions. May limit yung LMIA, may competitions ka, isama mo pa yung mga student visa na nasa loob ng Canada nag-aaral. And isama mo pa yung student visa spouse. May mga asawa yan, di ba? So, the reason why I'm sharing this because I want you to understand na if you're looking for an LMIA work permit, you need to consider these situations pumakap. Because if you're going to consider that pumakap, you're going to change your perspective. Probably, naintindihan mo na ito pala yung sitwasyon. So probably you need to switch or try to change your strategy. Or probably you need to do some plan A and plan B. When you say plan A, plan B, pwede mong gawin ganito. I'm going to try my best to look for a work permit LMIA until June 2024 para at least alam ko po na meron kang timeline, di ba? If not, I'll go with my plan B, which is, so it's up to you kung anong pathway yon. Pero what I'm saying po mga kap, don't stick with the work permit. Because definitely po mga kap, baka mahirapan ka and habang lumilipas ang panahon, we don't know what will happen to the immigration program. Probably maging very light siya, probably maging mas mahirap siya, or probably magtumaas siya. No, yung proof of funds tumaas. A recent example po mga kap is the proof of funds of student visa will increase. No, magtataas po ang proof of funds of a student visa. So kung nag-apply ka before tumaas yung iyong proof, nag-apply ka ng student visa bago tumaas yung proof of funds, possible na pasok ka. Ngayon, tataas na naman. O, di ba? So that's a clear example po mga kap that you don't know the opportunity, so you don't know the chances. So if you think that you're eligible today, do it today kasi napaka-importante po mga kap yung yung timing. So going back to the conversation, anong pagpipilian mo to work permit or PR? I would say permanent resident. There's a lot of advantages. You can bring your family once you're here in Canada. You can have multiple jobs, even your spouse. You can bring your kids. The kids can enjoy um, free educations, child benefits, free healthcare, and at the same time, you can purchase your house if you're, financially ready. Um, Whereas pag work permit again, it will depend from your NOC. But majority of the work permit, you cannot bring your family. Another one is if it's work permit seasonal, hindi mo madadala ang iyong pamilya. So, and at the same time, if your work permit ang pinili mo, yes, madali siya somehow for the requirements, pero you don't know kung magiging PR ka. Alam mo yung nandito sa loob ng Canada, pero hindi ka sure kung magiging PR ka or hindi. Yung nasa loob ka ng Canada, naka-work permit ka, pero hindi mo alam kung magiging permanent resident ka. Alam mo yung nasa loob ka ng Canada, hindi ka makapagtrabaho ng maigi because you're only limited to one employer, and at the same time, you don't know kung eto na ba talaga. Diba? Eto na ba yung chance ko? So this is something that you need to consider. Whereas po mga kap, if you're permanent resident, alam mo na, eto, kulang yung financial ko, kailangan ko magtrabaho sa other employers, or kailangan magtrabaho ni Mrs., then they can do it. Diba? So, PR. Another consideration po mga kap is the timeline. At totoo po mga kap, no? Work permit is, mas madali, mas mabilis ang work permit. Depende sa availability. If the work permit po mga kap, yung is available na yung LMIA, I'll say 6 to 8 months processing time. However, if it's not yet ready, so dagdagang another 6 months, so abutin ng mga 1 year. Pero ang PR pathway, either express entry or provincial nomination program, hindi mo alam. So possible 18 months, 24 months. So matagal ang process. But it's worth of waiting po mga kap. The reason why it's worth of waiting kasi your landed permanent resident. A lot of our customers nandito na sa Nova Scotia. Majority of them are permanent resident applications. So, in a few, we have client pumakap na landed February, by November, permanent resident sila. So, marami tayong mga caps na they are from the Philippines, they get their work permit, and then dito sila naghintay sa loob ng Nova Scotia. In a few months, they become permanent resident. So, there's a lot of advantage and disadvantage po mga kap. But it's a matter of how you're going to weigh. Ano ba yung priority mo? Gusto mo ba yung sigurado ka na permanent resident ka pero matagal ang processing time? Or gusto mo yung madali yung process pero pagdating mo sa loob ng Canada, hindi ka sure kung permanent na ba talagang Canada or uuwi ka sa Pilipinas. So, this is something that you need to consider. Mabilis nga yung atong work permit. Yung PR medyo matagal. Less requirement ang work permit. Maraming requirement si permanent resident. Pero alin bang mas maganda para sa'yo? Kung kami tatanungin mo, I'll say permanent resident. There's a lot of advantage. Wala po talaga akong capabilities to complete all the requirements. I don't have the proof of funds. Mahirap pong mag-language test, hindi po ako nakapagtapos or kulang po yung units ko. These are excuses po mga kap. There's always an options. If if talaga by any chance po mga kap is mababa ang iyong education, um, or second college graduate ka na, second year college graduate ka or high school po mga kap, try to look for other programs like AIP. 'Di ba? AIP is employer driven and it's also to get you a permanent resident application as well. NSPNP is a good example. This is our most of our clients pumakap under NSPNP occupation in demand. So I just want to highlight na may mga iba't ibang program. There's an 80 program. Ang na-mention ko lang sa'yo, dalawa, AIP, NSPNP. And these two program pumakap sa Nova Scotia pa lang yun. So there is Alberta, there's a British Columbia, there's a Saskatchewan, and guess what pumakap? Community Canada is a licensed recruiter and immigration agency dito sa Canada and licensed recruiter sa British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Nova Scotia. So imagine this pumakap. There's an 80 programs na available all over Canada. You just need to explore ano yung program para sa'yo. Kasi baka sabihin mo, Pop, kasi naman high school lang po ako. Try to explore the AIP. Kap, wala po akong pang-proof of funds. Naiipunan yun, di ba? Napagpaplanuhan yun. Kap, hindi ko kaya ang language test. Pupunta ka dito sa Canada na English speaking, baka i-consider mo mag-aral, mag-prepare para sa language test. So this is something that you really need to plan po mga kap. Kasi ang pinaka-importante po is when you are immigrating or planning to immigrate to Canada, kailangan nasa plan. Hindi po pwede na, alam mo yung kapitbahay ko nakapunta ng Canada, gusto ko na rin pumunta sa Canada. Uy, agency, paalisin mo na ako bukas. Di ba? Bukas na, hindi pwedeng next week, hindi pwedeng next month, hindi pwedeng next year. Bukas gusto ko na umalis. If that's your perspective po mga kap, baka ang Canada ay hindi para sa'yo. Because pricing Canada immigration is not an overnight process. There's a lot of requirements that you need to comply. There's documents that you need to provide. Without these documents, then you cannot apply for immigration. So one thing that I really want to highlight before I end this Kapmustahan, um, planning is the key and informations pumakap is also. So if you want to learn more, follow Community Canada. You really need to understand the different programs. And as I mentioned, pumakap, we already help a lot of our couples pumakap to immigrate here in Canada. Either they get as our partner, kinuha po kami as a partner agency, or some of them are they just following Community Canada for free informations. And either or pumakap, client ka namin, you are here to get some free information from us, you're welcome to our Community Canada. You're welcome to our community. Um, I have a question here pala. Saan po yung office po ninyo? Our office po mga kap is in 1083 Bedford Highway, nasa Bedford, Halifax, Nova Scotia. Call us po mga kap because most of the time I'm mobile, so I always meet the employers. So if you want to visit, feel free to visit us or call our number po mga kap. 1083 Bedford Highway. Malapit lang po yan dito sa The Wolf Park. Ayan. Anyway po mga kap, maraming salamat for joining. I just want to greet everyone Merry Christmas 4 days before po 4 days before Christmas. Ayan po mga kap, kumusta ang inyong Pasko? Ayan, kumusta ang inyong Pasko? Comment it below kung kumusta ang inyong Pasko and ano yung mga preparation na hinahanda po ninyo. I want you to comment it below. And also po mga kap, if you want to learn as I mentioned in this video, that preparation is the key and how can you prepare pumakap kung wala kang solid informations. That's why I want you to join our free webinar. I'm going to put the link in the description below or you can private ask pumakap. But anyway pumakap, I strongly suggest to join our free webinar. The reason why po mga kap, if you will have an opportunity po mga kap, to learn the different program, most especially this program po mga kap, is the student visa, wherein we're going to share with you the different programs, advantages, the step-by-step process po mga kap. So I want you to comment below po mga kap if you're watching right now and this is something na kap, hindi pa po ako ready, kap, hindi ko po alam kung paano magsisimula. I strongly suggest to join the free webinar because this free webinar po mga will give you an options and at the same time will give you some insights na ganun pala. Sabi ni Jessie, ayan, hello po kap watching now. Advance Merry Christmas. Ayan. Merry Christmas to everyone, especially sa mga caps natin nasa loob ng Canada. Merry Christmas. 4 days to go. Mukhang white Christmas tayo. Thank you very much for joining and we really appreciate you po mga kap. And also po mga kap, before we do this, before we end this live streaming, I want you to join our free webinar po mga kap. This free webinar will be focused on student visa and opportunities once you get the student visa and step-by-step process of the student visa. And at the end of the webinar, Pumakap, you have the opportunity to talk to our onboarding specialist. So I want you to join the webinar and learn and to have an informed decision. So at least you are fully equipped with the right information. You can easily now decide kung anong gagawin ninyo with your Canadian dream. And I think that's very important to Makap. I just want to shout out Jessie, no? Nakausap ko si Jessie. Sabi ni Jessie, talagang nagjo-join po ako ng mga webinars po ninyo. And now, look at Jessie. Jessie is already here in Canada. So, di ba? So, I still remember Jessie joined me on the webinar, always joining the kapihan sa When in Halifax, also join our SMX event, di ba? And now, nandito ngayon si Jessie sa Canada. Sabi ko nga, you really need to do some planning and creating plan. You cannot do a proper planning kung wala kang tamang information. So, we strongly um, encourage you to join our free webinar. The link will be on the description below. And that's it for me tonight, mga kap. Maraming salamat for every mga kaps natin na 3 in the morning gising na. A big shout out po sa'yo. Maraming salamat po mga kap and I'm signing out.